Hey everyone, it's Datasets and complement of the season. It's great to have you back for another exciting tutorial. In this video, I'll be taking you through a Power Query tutorial series, which I'll be breaking into three simple parts. We'll be learning how to pivot and unpivot data in Excel using Power Query. I'm really excited about this series because in real-world scenarios, we often receive datasets that are not structured the way we need them for analysis or reporting. Sometimes we need to pivot them, other times we need to unpivot them, and many people aren't quite sure how to do that. I'll walk you through what pivoting and unpivoting mean and how to do them step by step as we go along. Now, let's look at our example dataset. Imagine you're a data analyst for a grocery business and you're given a dataset like this with product name, month, year as date, and revenue. However, instead of this layout, you need your data arranged differently, where each product appears once and the sales for each month are spread across the table in a cleaner and report-friendly format in this layout. The process of rearranging the data from this layout to this layout is what we call pivoting, and I'll be showing you how to do that using Power Query in this series. Now let's get to work. We'll start by loading our dataset into Power Query Editor. We'll head over to our dataset and click on any cell in the dataset. Next, we'll move to the Data tab, locate the Get and Transform Data section, select from Table or Range option. Our dataset is currently just a range and not a table yet. Next, click on the option and it brings up a box to create table. This automatically detects your dataset. Also, ensure the My Table Has Headers box is checked. Click OK and this takes you to the Power Query Editor. This brings us to part 1 of this series where we'll focus on handling and preparing the date field in Power Query so everything is set up correctly before we pivot our data. Looking at the date field, you'll notice that the date is now in full date format, showing the day, month, year, and time. That's not what we want. We only need the month and year, just like before. The first thing I want to do is to convert it to just the date format. To do this, still on the Home tab, in the Transform section, you will see the Date Type option. Notice that it's currently set to date and time. I'll click on that and select Date. This changes my data to just the date format. I'll select Add New Step. In Power Query, every action you perform is automatically recorded as a step. This means you can easily see and trace every change you've made to your data set, which is very helpful. I'll be showing you two different ways to change the date format to month and year. One method is simple but a bit longer, while the other is more technical but faster. We'll start with the simple and longer approach, especially if you're new to Power Query. We'll start by heading to the Add Column tab, go to the From Date and Time section, select the Date drop-down. Please ensure that you have your date field selected like mine. Once you have your dates drop-down, select the month, then select the month name. This adds a new column with the full month name. Still with your date field selected, go back to the date drop-down. This time, we'll be selecting the year option, which adds a new column with the year. Now, I want both the month name and year in one column. So I'll select the month name, hold down my Shift key, and select the year column. I'll move to the From Text section, still in the Add Column tab, and select Merge Column. This brings up a dialog box asking me to choose how to merge the selected column. For the separator, we'll be selecting the space option. Then, for the new column name, I'll be naming that month year. Then click OK. Now that we are done, we won't be needing the individual month and year columns. So I'll go ahead and select both, right-click, and select Remove Column. This is method 1. Moving on to the second method, you want to start by selecting your date field. This is the first one that came with your data set. Still in the Add Column section, this time in the General section, we'll be selecting the Custom Column option. This brings us a dialog box. In the New Column Name field, I'll be naming it month hyphen year. I don't want it to have the same name as the first method, so I'll just use an hyphen as the separator. Next, I'll proceed to the custom column formula. I'll type the date dot to text function. For this function, we'll be needing two arguments. By arguments, I mean the information needed for the formula to work. So for this formula, the two arguments needed are the date field and the format you want to transform your date to. So I'll type my month year column, then comma. In a double quotation mark, I'll type the format, which is triple M in capital letter and space and small letter y in four places. The M represent the short month name and the Y represent the year. I'll close the parenthesis, then proceed to click OK. This adds a new column with the short month name and year. We can see that we have both month and year dates created differently. Depending on which you prefer, the long month name or the short month name, you can use any method to achieve the result as seen. Now that we have the date field sorted, I can go ahead and delete the original date field, and I'll also be removing the long month name and year since I need just one date field. I'll right click on the field and select remove. Finally, my data is ready for the next step, which is pivoting our data, and I'll be showing you that in my next video. Make sure you don't miss it. I'll be waiting to see you there. Thank you for staying with me till the end of this tutorial. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. As always, I'll be seeing you in the next one.